I'm very proud to be the first African. I'm proud to be the first woman. But I always tell people that the important thing is to have the competence to deliver the results. In other words, if you're the first woman and the first African and you can't deliver, that doesn't help. So I'm focusing on delivery. I'm focusing on getting results. And I want to make sure that people remember my continent producing the first leader of the WTO that made a difference. Similarly, for women around the world, particularly young women, I'll have to do my best to make sure that their trust and their representation that they see in me is validated. But I just want to say, Andrea, this is also not the first time I've been the first. I've been the first finance minister and the longest serving one in my country. The first woman finance minister and the longest serving for 7 years, the first foreign minister. So I focused on trying to get results, and I hope to do that. But I'm very, very proud and very humble that this is also happening, and I will need all the support that I can get. I believe the WTO can contribute so much more to helping solve the pandemic. This is what the world is facing right now. And so a very top priority for me would be to make sure that prior to the very important ministerial conference, whose date is yet to be decided, but maybe at the end of the year, that we come to some solutions as to how the WTO can help make vaccines, therapeutics, and diagnostics accessible in an equitable and affordable fashion to all countries, particularly to poor countries, because right now we are lacking equitable access. So I'll get into trouble with WTO very soon. But I hope that all leaders will recognize that this is a very peculiar and particular issue of the global commons, because no one is safe until everyone is safe. I know now everyone is saying it. I don't want it to become a routine saying, because it's absolutely true. I mean, vaccine nationalism at this time just will not pay, because the variants are coming. If other countries are not immunized, it will just be a blowback. So we have to think of working together in global solidarity. That's the first. On the public health side, it's unconscionable that people will be dying elsewhere and countries waiting in a queue when we have the technology. That no one country can feel safe. The office USTR, and it was fantastic. I really thank them for their support. I thank the Biden administration for its confidence. And from the conversation we had, I'm waiting eagerly to be able to talk to Ms. Tai. But from the conversation we have, I think our interests and priorities are aligned. Because people say this is a jewel in the crown of the WTO, and we really need to restore it. There's no point making more multilateral agreements if the place where disputes can be brought and settled is not working. So this is absolutely a top priority.
How quickly can you resurrect it?
I'm not daunted. I see a way forward. And I think with the US administration being willing to engage, I'm not saying that they don't share the same concerns that the previous administration did. Obviously, they do. So let's be very clear about that. But I think the way of working to try and get a solution will be different.